let's talk about your biggest accomplishment, being a part of Chiefs Kingdom.
That's right.
How long have you been a part of the Kingdom?
I'm sorry, Jason. Not to
You can
crush
apologize to me. I'm honorary member.
What if I told you Caitlin Clark isn't just a Kansas City Chiefs supporter? She's their ultimate superfan. And here's what's more amazing. The Chiefs feel the same way about her. This isn't just a casual shout-out. It's a connection that's taking the sports world by storm. But what makes this bond between Clark and one of the NFL's most dominant franchises so special?
You've touched on this a bit, but how much of a family deal was this for you growing up where it's Sunday, everyone gets around the TV and watches the Chiefs game?
In this video, we're diving into the story behind Caitlin Clark's bond with the Chiefs. A connection that runs deeper than your average fandom. It starts in her Iowa roots, where a young, sports-obsessed Clark first discovered her love for the game. And it's grown into something truly special. We'll break down the key moments that solidified her loyalty and show how she went from being a die-hard supporter to earning the admiration of Chiefs players and fans alike. And here's where it gets even better. The unexpected parallels between Clark and Kansas City's own Patrick Mahomes.
That's what I really looked forward to most on Sundays. You know, there wasn't obviously college sports, but, you know, we would be watching the Chiefs, and I would be upset if they lost, and I still am. Like, every Sunday, that's what, you know, is usually the brightest part of my day is turning on the TV and watching the Chiefs.
What do these two have in common? And why is Clark being called the Patrick Mahomes of women's basketball? Stick around to find out how her passion for the Chiefs is more than just a fandom. It's a cornerstone of her journey, and one that's shaping her legacy in the world of sports.
I'm a Midwest kid, so there's this picture that's been circulating a couple years ago when I was on Peyton Eli's Monday Night Show, where I'm in a full Chiefs outfit. I had family in Kansas City, and I grew up in Des Moines, Iowa, which is only 3 hours from Kansas City. So that's just the closest NFL team. So my dad was a big Chiefs fan growing up.
Caitlin Clark's love for the Kansas City Chiefs isn't some bandwagon fandom sparked by Super Bowl wins or flashy highlights. It's a connection that runs deep, rooted in her upbringing in Iowa, just 3 hours from Kansas City. For Clark, Sundays growing up weren't just about football. They were a family ritual. In the Clark household, the roar of Chiefs Kingdom wasn't just heard on TV. It was felt in the energy of those game day gatherings. A childhood photo of young Caitlin in a treasured Chiefs jersey, her eyes brimming with the same determination that would later define her basketball career, says it all. Her loyalty isn't new. It's lifelong.
People think I'm like a bandwagon Chiefs fan. I'm like, no, I was there before Patrick and Travis. Like, we were.
I love it.
We were ride or die, so we've been big fans, and now obviously all the success you guys have had has made it a lot of fun for us.
So, what hooked young Caitlin on the Chiefs? It wasn't just the touchdowns or game-winning drives. It was the team's grit, resilience, and ability to defy the odds, qualities that mirrored her own athletic journey, which started on the soccer field. Clark often recalls those Sundays filled with cheers, family laughter, and a shared love for the game. For her, watching the Chiefs wasn't just about football, it was formative. Those moments shaped not just her fandom, but also her competitive spirit.
No, it was always a big deal. My dad always had them on, whether we were in the basement, whether we were upstairs. A lot of times my family would be cooking. My mom is like the best chef of all time. So she would oftentimes make really good food while we were watching.
As Clark rose through the basketball ranks, from high school phenom to a record-breaking star at the University of Iowa, her love for the Chiefs never wavered. Even while leading her own team to historic victories, she found time to celebrate her favorite NFL squad. Her social media feeds became a canvas for game day reactions, highlights of miraculous plays, and heartfelt messages of support. Her fandom wasn't just vocal, it was visible.
We would go to like one game a year growing up with my cousins down in Kansas City.
That's so
and we
fun.
still try to go. We went to the Christmas Day game last year. I think the year before you might have played on Christmas Eve, maybe. We went to that. We were sitting outside for that one. My toes were like about to fall off. My fingers about to fall off. I don't get how you guys play in that type of weather, but it's fun. And like obviously
we got heaters on the sideline.
Arrowhead's not too bad, so good spot.
But Clark's connection to the Chiefs goes beyond tweets and posts. She's stood among the sea of red and gold at Arrowhead Stadium, cheering alongside die-hard fans, feeling the highs and lows of each game. In those moments, she's not the basketball star. She's Caitlin, the lifelong Chiefs fan, fully immersed in the energy of the kingdom.
Clark may be from Iowa and play in Indiana, Colts country, but she's also a huge fan of Patrick Mahomes and the Kansas City Chiefs. She says she's been a fan of the team most of her life.
And while Clark's devotion to the Chiefs is inspiring on its own, the story doesn't end there. What makes this connection even more special is how the Chiefs and their stars have embraced her in return. Patrick Mahomes, Travis Kelce, Brittany Mahomes, and the entire Chiefs kingdom have made it clear. Caitlin Clark isn't just a fan. She's one of their own. So how exactly did this mutual admiration unfold? And what it reveals about the power of sports to unite?
Who's your favorite player, or is?
Oh, is? I mean, obviously Travis is up there.
I made it.
But I'm obviously a big Patrick fan too.
How can you not be?
Like the both of you, you're pretty great.
I'm here.
But it's been fun, and obviously,
While Caitlin Clark's unwavering support for the Kansas City Chiefs is no secret, the most intriguing part of this story is how the admiration flows both ways. It's rare for a WNBA star to earn public recognition from NFL giants. But Caitlin Clark isn't just any fan. She's a trailblazer who's captured the respect of Chiefs Kingdom and beyond.
I'm a huge Patrick Mahomes fan. I think he's incredible. Obviously a great person, but a great football player too.
One unforgettable moment came during the 2024 NCAA tournament. As Clark dominated the court, the Chiefs' official social media accounts posted a heartfelt message. "You cheered for us. Now it's our turn. All of Chiefs Kingdom is rooting for you tonight, Caitlin Clark." Simple yet powerful, the gesture wasn't lost on fans. It reinforced that Clark wasn't just a supporter. She was embraced as part of the Chiefs family, a sentiment that resonated deeply within both communities, and the recognition didn't end there. Patrick Mahomes, the face of the franchise and one of the most respected athletes in sports, weighed in during an interview, praising Clark's competitive fire and skill. She's a competitor through and through. You can see it in the way she plays the game. High praise from a quarterback who's redefined the NFL. It's not every day that someone of Mahomes' stature highlights a WNBA rookie. But in Clark, he saw something familiar. A relentless drive to push boundaries and elevate the game.
Just a tremendous player, tremendous person. From every time I've met with her and talked, you can tell she loves the game. She loves playing at Iowa, and is gonna be one of the best women's basketball, one of the best college basketball players to ever play, and then go to the WNBA and dominate there as well. Hope I never have to play her one-on-one because she'll for sure be getting buckets on me.
Brittany Mahomes added her voice, further cementing the connection. Known for being vocal about women's sports, Brittany didn't hesitate to publicly support Clark during challenging moments in the WNBA. When Clark faced criticism, Brittany stepped up saying,
Caitlin Clark, keep doing your thing. You're a baller, and it's incredible to see what you're doing for the game and women's sports.
Those words weren't just encouragement. They were a testament to the bond between two women who understand the unique challenges and triumphs of carving a path in sports. The Chiefs' embrace of Clark goes beyond fandom. It's a story of mutual respect, shared values, and the unifying power of sport.
What do we think about 2024 Chiefs, Caitlin? What do we think about where the team's at?
I'm feeling good.
You feeling good?
I'm feeling good. I mean, we're what, 13 and 1 right now.
Pretty good.
Oh,
It's not
did someone
bad.
say 13-1?
That's not too bad. But also, like, you guys have made it interesting as a fan. Like,
We're
you've
just
had
keeping
some-
everybody at the edge of their seat.
This mutual admiration has done more than strengthen Caitlin Clark's fandom. It's expanded her appeal far beyond basketball. Chiefs fans, known for their unrivaled loyalty, found it effortless to rally behind someone who not only cheered for their team, but also embodied the same resilience and relentless drive their star quarterback Patrick Mahomes brings to the field. It's a crossover that has bridged audiences, uniting NFL and WNBA fans in a way that highlights the power of shared passion to connect people across sports.
I think it's kind of similar to how I play is, offensive firepower. It's exciting. It's not, usually what you see on the football field is just so many different exciting plays. And that's kind of how I play basketball too. So I think that's why I'm kind of drawn to it in a way.
But what makes this story even more compelling are the undeniable parallels between Caitlin Clark and Patrick Mahomes. Two young phenoms rewriting the rules of their games. At first glance, they couldn't come from more different worlds, but take a closer look, and the similarities are striking. Both athletes burst onto the scene with unprecedented talent, capturing the imagination of fans and fundamentally redefining what's possible in their sports. So what is it about Clark and Mahomes that makes their journeys feel so intertwined? Let's start with their creativity and style. Mahomes is celebrated for his ability to make the impossible look routine. No-look passes, off-balance throws, and jaw-dropping scrambles that change games in an instant. His innovation has become a hallmark of modern football.
They're one of the best duos. I think it's kind of similar to how we run offense at Iowa. Good point guard, good post player, good quarterback, great tight end.
Clark, meanwhile, brings that same magic to the basketball court. Whether she's drilling effortless three-pointers from way beyond the arc or threading pinpoint passes through impossible gaps, Clark's game is a spectacle. Her ability to create unforgettable moments mirrors Mahomes' flair for the extraordinary, proving that innovation isn't just a skill, it's their signature.
I think that's what I appreciate about you guys the most, and like you and Patrick especially, is like you guys just have that edge to you, like that clutch factor, and like a lot of people don't have that. So when you get the ball with a minute 30, you need to go 80 yards and score. Like I'm feeling pretty good. But
We like the ball in Pat Mahomes' hands for sure.
We do.
Our defense has been saving our ass a lot this year. let alone our like field goal block team and our So it's been a full team effort this year.
And then there's the pressure. Mahomes thrives in the moments that would break most players, leading game-winning drives and delivering in impossible situations with almost cinematic drama. Clark has shown that same ice-in-her-veins composure, from her clutch performances at Iowa to her buzzer-beater shots that leave fans breathless. Like Mahomes, Clark seems to welcome pressure as a stage for greatness. Cementing her status as a player, fans can count on when it matters most. Remember this shot?
Here's Clark. She fires, and it goes! She hits!
Oh my gosh, and I start running around. I mean, that's the kind of shot you dream of in the front yard.
And then there's their leadership, a quality that transcends raw talent and defines how they elevate those around them. Patrick Mahomes isn't just the Chiefs' quarterback, he's their foundation. He leads by example, rallying his teammates with encouragement, taking ownership when the stakes are high, and maintaining a calm presence that inspires confidence. His leadership is magnetic, drawing everyone into his orbit and pushing them to rise to his level. Caitlin Clark plays a remarkably similar role with the Indiana Fever. Even as a rookie, her court presence exudes a maturity that lifts her entire team. Whether it's delivering a perfectly timed assist that turns into a highlight reel play, or offering a quick word of encouragement after a tough moment, Clark has already become a central figure in the Fever's resurgence. Like Mahomes, her leadership doesn't rely on volume or grand gestures. It's built on actions that make everyone around her better.
And the Fever are going to be over 200,000 higher than the next highest total attendance in league history. Clarkonomics, my friend!
Their influence doesn't stop with their teams. It extends across their sports. Mahomes transformed the Chiefs into perennial championship contenders, revitalizing a fan base that had long craved glory. Similarly, Clark's arrival in the WNBA has been nothing short of revolutionary. The Clark effect has drawn new fans to the league, boosted attendance, and ignited unprecedented excitement around the Fever. It's evident not just in sold-out arenas, but in record-breaking viewership, social media buzz, and skyrocketing merchandise sales. For some, what started as casual curiosity has become full-on devotion to following the WNBA, thanks to Clark's star power. What's most striking is how both athletes bring a fresh wave of excitement to their sports. Mahomes' jaw-dropping highlights are must-watch TV, captivating football fans worldwide. Meanwhile, Clark's no-look passes, logo threes, and buzzer beaters are drawing comparisons to Steph Curry and Larry Bird, mesmerizing basketball audiences. Their impact goes far beyond numbers or awards. It's in the way they inspire the next generation of athletes, showing them that greatness knows no limits.
Caitlin Clark finished up one of the most remarkable years of basketball playing up in quite some time.
The question now is, can Caitlin Clark sustain this meteoric rise and build a legacy on par with Mahomes? If her trajectory so far is any indication, the answer is a resounding yes. But what makes Clark stand apart from her peers? And how does her evolving role position her as a future icon of the WNBA? When Caitlin Clark joined the Indiana Fever, it wasn't just a personal milestone. It marked a turning point for the franchise. A team long overshadowed by struggles suddenly became a focal point for the league. Clark didn't just bring hope, She brought real, measurable change.
The WNBA has seen record-breaking numbers this season in viewership, ticket sales, merch sales, and just overall growth of the league.
From the very first game, it was clear. Caitlin Clark was the missing piece the Indiana Fever had been searching for. Her ability to read the court, thread jaw-dropping passes, and nail clutch shots transformed the team's dynamic almost overnight. She wasn't just scoring points, she was creating plays, setting up her teammates, and injecting a new level of energy and synergy into the Fever's gameplay. Seasoned stars like Kelsey Mitchell found new life alongside her, while rising talents like Aaliyah Boston and Lexi Hull formed exciting connections on the court. Clark's impact went far beyond the stat sheet. She was the spark that reignited the Fever's competitive edge. But Clark's influence wasn't limited to the hardwood. Her presence turned home games into sold-out spectacles, with attendance numbers shattering records. What was once a struggle to fill seats became a frenzy of fans, eager to witness the Caitlin Clark effect. This wasn't just a Fever phenomenon. Her electrifying performances boosted WNBA viewership across the country. Clark wasn't just a rookie sensation. She was redefining what it meant to be a star in women's basketball.
As a Kansas City Chiefs fan, how long will Travis Kelce and Taylor Swift last?
We're gonna get married. You heard it here first.
The parallels between Clark's rise and Patrick Mahomes' transformative effect on the Kansas City Chiefs are impossible to ignore. Just as Mahomes turned the Chiefs into perennial contenders, Clark has revitalized the Fever, bringing hope to a franchise that had long sought its spark. Her blend of exceptional talent, magnetic leadership, and undeniable charisma made her more than just a player. She's become the face of a new era for both the Fever and the league. The real question now is, how far can Clark take this momentum? Her rookie season has already set an incredibly high bar. The question is no longer whether she can meet expectations, it's how much further she can exceed them. Can she lead the Fever to championship glory? Will her continued rise elevate the WNBA to unprecedented levels of popularity? If her debut season is any indication, Caitlin Clark isn't just a star for the Fever. She's on track to become one of the most transformative figures in women's basketball history.
I got some time. So hopefully I can make it to a Chiefs game here soon. Maybe a playoff game or something. So
I'll tell you what, we punched our ticket, so we're definitely we're gonna at least I would assume we at least got one at Arrowhead, but you know, you're invited to them all. So
all right, appreciate you guys. Thank you so much.
Caitlin Clark's journey, from a young girl in Iowa cheering for the Kansas City Chiefs to becoming one of the most talked about athletes in women's sports, is nothing short of remarkable. It's a story of passion, resilience, and relentless dedication, qualities she shares with her favorite NFL team and its star quarterback, Patrick Mahomes. But this connection isn't just about fandom. It's a mutual respect forged through their shared pursuit of greatness. Clark's impact on the Fever is already profound. She has revitalized the franchise and drawn a wave of new fans to the WNBA. Much like Mahomes reinvigorated the Chiefs and brought fresh energy to the NFL, Clark is poised to elevate the WNBA to new heights. Her leadership, dynamic skill set, and ability to captivate audiences hint at a legacy that's only beginning to take shape. A legacy that could redefine what it means to be a generational athlete. Whether you're a die-hard Chiefs fan, a passionate follower of the WNBA, or someone who loves an underdog story, Caitlin Clark's path is a testament to the power of perseverance and passion. She's already created ripple effects that transcend sports, and the best part? Her story is far from over. The most exciting chapters are still ahead, and we're just getting started. Do you agree? Let us know in the comments. Like, subscribe,